Welcome to Reimagine Nature, Salt Lake City's Public Lands Master Plan. Salt Lake City Public Lands is collaborating with Design Workshop on a citywide master plan. This presentation and materials on the website provide a foundation of information for the public to reimagine the future of our public lands, the nature in our city that enhances the quality of our lives every day. Reimagine Nature, Salt Lake City Public Lands Master Plan will establish an inspirational framework to guide how we grow and prioritize investments for the next 10 to 20 years within the three public lands divisions: trails and natural lands, parks, and urban forestry. This is a citywide plan and a rare opportunity to establish big ideas, long-range goals, and transformative projects for our public lands. Given the goals of this master plan, it has been given the name Reimagine Nature. Reimagine Nature will use comprehensive evidence-based analysis coupled with community engagement to prioritize and identify transformative projects for Salt Lake City's public lands. The 2019 Salt Lake City Parks and Public Lands Needs Assessment is the foundational study for this plan. The Needs Assessment provides measurement of the quantity and quality of existing parks and natural lands and included a public survey. The study helps identify public lands needs, opportunities, and challenges as the city continues to grow and acquiring land and adequate funding becomes more challenging. The map shows the extent of the public land system and master plan study area. Trails and natural lands include over 70 miles of existing trails indicated as solid yellow lines and 129 miles of proposed trails indicated as dashed yellow lines in the map. The division also provides 1,694 acres of natural lands throughout Salt Lake City and 6,423 acres of foothills natural area in a collaborative management zone indicated through the red color and hatches. The Parks Division manages 735 acres of parks indicated in teal blue and include a variety of outdoor spaces from 42 mini parks, 19 neighborhood parks, 15 community parks, 2 regional parks, a regional athletic complex of 16 outdoor sports fields, 3 special event parks, and the 121-acre city cemetery. The master plan effort will look for synergies between public lands and city-owned green spaces, including golf. Urban forestry cares for 86,500 public trees that are highlighted in olive green on the map. The following slides share images of the system as well as key findings from the 2019 Needs Assessment. Walking, jogging, and hiking are top activities in natural lands, like the 6,423 acres of foothill natural area, the canyons and foothills bordering the northern and eastern limit of Salt Lake City. More than 70 miles of off-street trails connect residents to parks and natural lands, including the Jordan River Parkway, which is the longest paved urban trail in the United States and follows the Jordan River from Utah Lake to the Great Salt Lake. Most residents live within a half a mile or 10-minute walk to a local park, and that's important to 97% of people polled in the Needs Assessment Survey. The survey also found that city parks are well used, with 75% of East Side residents visiting parks at least once a month, and 60% of West Side residents visiting parks at least once a month. The experiences in city parks can range from outdoor sports fields like this one at the Regional Athletic Complex to Liberty Park, established in 1881 to be Salt Lake City's Central Park. The Needs Assessment found that the historic 88-acre Liberty Park is the most visited park in the system, with many amenities including playgrounds, outdoor sports areas, pavilions, a pool, and shady walks. The urban forest trees are one of the most accessible forms of nature, extending into every neighborhood and business district in the city, resulting in a literal canopy of shade, beauty, socioeconomic, environmental, and health benefits. 86,500 trees make up the urban canopy, including 63,000 street trees and 22,000 additional trees growing in parks and open spaces. In addition, 7,000 of public lands urban trees are located on city golf courses. Even though city golf was not included in the 2019 Needs Assessment, there is an opportunity to understand how golf and open space can serve a larger number of people. The master plan will ask, how do we connect to golf courses as an important component of city assets and publicly accessible green spaces? As appreciation for Salt Lake City's trails and natural areas, city parks, and urban forests have increased since COVID-19, now more than ever, public lands contribute to our personal health, community identity, and civic ideals. It is time for us to plan for a bright future by reimagining these spaces together. As the needs assessment found, there is a real opportunity to address parks and natural lands as essential elements for better air quality, climate change mitigation, energy efficiency, and environmental justice. Reimagine Nature will identify specific, meaningful projects and initiatives that align with parkland's values of stewardship, livability, and equity. The three values guide how we can reimagine nature together to increase biodiversity, the richness of different kinds of plants and animals in our public lands, while finding new ways to connect people to green spaces. The next 3 slides provide more information on the 3 guiding values for the plan and key trends and opportunities. Equity begins with listening and including diverse voices in the master plan process and priorities. This aligns as a citywide value emerging from the roundtable discussion, geographic equity, inclusion, and belonging. As a growing city of over 196,000 people who speak over 80 languages, Salt Lake City reflects the diversity of ages, gender, and race. The 2019 needs assessment identified gaps and barriers in public lands. As the city grows and affordability is challenged, income barriers can limit the amount of leisure time and transportation options people have to enjoy public lands. We are committed to listening to the realities and perceptions of access to public lands from all sides of Salt Lake City. To that end, the Reimagine Nature Master Plan process includes 3 windows of engagement. And as we kick off the first window, over 200 community groups have been invited to participate. We need your help in spreading the word about this opportunity to provide input for the future of our public lands and weigh in on what equitable access to public lands means to you. The second value, livability, or maintaining Salt Lake City's quality of outdoor life, inspires us to provide more services to residents as the city grows. With over 30,000 more people anticipated to move to Salt Lake City by 2040, we would need to acquire 94 more acres of city parks to keep up. That's roughly the equivalent of adding another Liberty Park to Salt Lake City. How can we collectively identify outside-the-box opportunities to use our city parks, golf courses, natural areas, and streetscapes to increase public access to nature, trails, sports fields, and public gathering places? Stewardship, or taking care of what we have, is investing in the renewal of our existing city parks, urban forest, natural areas, and trails. With 63% of public land assets in fair to poor condition, public respondents to the Needs Assessment Survey supported investing in improvements to existing parks, trails, and natural areas. Stewardship also inspires us to preserve habitat so plants and wildlife can thrive and be resilient to impacts of climate change, like rising temperatures. As global trends of biodiversity loss intersect with local trends, including a decline in the number of urban trees over the last 20 years, stewardship expands to local and global efforts that can help mitigate big issues like poor air quality. For example, potential actions could be planting 300 new trees in city golf courses or adding butterfly gardens to city parks. There are 3 windows of community engagement in this 12 to 18-month master plan process that are woven with periods of reflection and technical analysis. Starting in August 2020, Window 1 is focused on discovery and building a foundation of understanding with the community. In the first quarter of 2021, Window 2 is focused on testing visionary, transformational projects with the community. And later in 2021, Window 3 is the final phase of work to affirm the draft master plan with the community before final adoption with City Council. Each window will include a variety of ways to be informed on content development and also provide feedback and ideas to the planning team. The first window of community engagement launches on August 26, 2020 and lasts 6 weeks. There are a variety of pop-up and virtual events where you can meet, outside and socially distanced, with public land staff about Reimagine Nature and provide input. Those events include ice cream and food truck pop-up events, trailside snack activities, and virtual ways to connect that can be accessed through our website, reimagineNatureSLC.com. Please visit the website to download the Reimagine Nature Salt Lake City Public Land Snapshot to read more about trends and opportunities impacting the plan. Also learn more about a Facebook Live event scheduled for mid-September. You can share feedback via email or at our telephone feedback line. And please take the online survey, now open through the end of September. Thank you for your time. Please visit the ReimagineNatureSLC.com website to learn more, provide input, and share this process with your family and friends.